Listen carefully because what is happening right now is not random. You did not arrive here by coincidence, and this message did not find you by chance. There is a reason your heart felt drawn to stop, to listen, to breathe for a moment. Today marks the beginning of a shift. God is already at work, preparing something that goes far beyond what you have been asking or imagining. Before we continue, take a breath, slow your thoughts, release the noise around you. What God does in moments like this is often quiet yet powerful. His answers do not always come with thunder, but they always arrive with purpose. Right now, heaven is attentive to you. Find a place where you can be still. Let your heart settle, because what you're about to receive is not just words, but reassurance. God has heard prayers you whispered and prayers you could not put into words. He has seen the tears that fell when no one else was watching. And today, He reminds you that delay does not mean denial. The doors that seem locked are not forgotten doors. They are waiting for the right moment. And if you are here now, it is because that moment is drawing closer. God's timing is never early and never late. It unfolds with precision, even when we do not understand it. Scripture reminds us that the Lord is our shepherd, and because of that, we are not abandoned to lack or confusion. He leads, restores, and protects. Even when the path feels uncertain, He remains present. So as we begin, open your heart with expectation, not fear. Expectation invites faith to rise. Fear closes what faith is meant to open. Today, you are choosing trust. Stay with me. What comes next may be exactly what your spirit has been waiting for. Rehook. Do not leave now, because what God is about to reveal next speaks directly to the season you are in. There are seasons in life when waiting becomes heavy. You prayed, you hoped, you believed, yet the answer seemed distant. Days turned into months and months into years. And somewhere along the way, fatigue settled into your soul. If this describes you, know this: God has not ignored you. Waiting is not wasted time. It is often the place where strength is quietly built. God uses these moments to prepare you, even when it feels like nothing is happening. What looks like silence is often divine preparation. The Bible speaks of resting in the shadow of the Almighty. That rest is not passive. It is a place of protection. Even while you wait, God is shielding you from what you cannot see and redirecting what could have harmed you. Perhaps you knocked on doors that never opened. Perhaps you questioned whether you misunderstood God's promise. But today, hear this clearly. Closed doors are not proof of rejection. Sometimes they are proof of protection. God sees the full picture. He knows which opportunities would have drained you, delayed you, or broken you. And in His mercy, He closed what you begged Him to open. That does not mean He has nothing for you. It means He has something better. Right now, your season is shifting. The waiting is nearing its end, not because you forced it, but because the appointed time is approaching. God does not forget His children. Take courage. The delay you endured is shaping the testimony you will soon share. Rehook. In the next moment, you will understand why what felt like loss was actually preparation. There are moments when life feels like a series of walls. Every direction you turn, something stands in your way. You plan carefully, pray sincerely, yet obstacles remain. And it is easy to wonder if progress is even possible anymore, but God specializes in pathways where none appear to exist. When the sea stood in front of his people, it was not the end. It was the setting for a miracle. What looks like an impossible barrier to you is often the stage God uses to reveal his power. You may have felt surrounded by limitations. Finances, health concerns, broken relationships, unanswered prayers. Each one whispering that you have gone as far as you can. But today, God interrupts that narrative. He reminds you that human limitations do not define divine ability. When he decides to act, resistance has no authority. What was blocked can be released. What was restrained can move freely again. Do not measure your future by your current circumstances. What you see now is temporary. God's work often begins beneath the surface, unseen but active. If you feel tired, rest, but do not give up. Faith does not mean forcing the door open. It means trusting God to open it at the right time. Rehook. Stay with this prayer because what comes next reveals how God turns resistance into favor. When God opens a door, he does not do it quietly or partially. His favor goes before you, making room where opposition once stood. Opportunities appear unexpectedly. Conversations shift. Circumstances realign. This is not because of luck or human effort alone. It is the result of divine positioning. God places his favor on your path so that what once resisted you now supports you. You may not realize it yet, but even those who doubted you will witness what God is doing. Scripture tells us that God prepares a table even in the presence of opposition. That means your growth does not depend on approval. Your calling is not delayed by criticism. Your blessing is not canceled by doubt. God's decision overrides every other voice. If you have felt overlooked, underestimated, or dismissed, understand this: God often works quietly before he works publicly. What he is building in you will soon be visible. Lift your expectations. The season of striving is ending. The season of receiving is beginning. Rehook. In the next part, we will declare what is breaking and what is opening right now. Today is not just another day. It is a turning point, a moment when faith speaks louder than fear. Right now, we declare that limitations are losing their hold over your life. Chains that held you in place are breaking. Burdens you carried alone are being lifted. Doors that remained closed are beginning to open, not all at once, but with certainty. God is not rushing this process, he is aligning it. And alignment produces peace, not chaos. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are right where grace can meet you. Rehook. Stay present, because what follows will guide you into receiving, not striving. Faith is not only believing that God can act, it is positioning yourself to receive when he does. This is why stillness matters. This is why expectation matters. Prepare your heart. Release resentment. Let go of discouragement. Make room for renewal. God fills what is emptied before him. Rehook. The next part reveals how simple acts of faith unlock deeper restoration. Throughout Scripture, water represents life, cleansing, and restoration. It refreshes what is dry and renews what is weary. As you prepare water nearby, do so with faith, not superstition. This is a symbol, a reminder that God transforms what is placed before him. Rehook. What happens next connects faith with healing and strength. Lord, you see every need represented here. You know the battles no one speaks about. Today, we ask for restoration, body, mind, and spirit. Heal what is hurting. Restore what is broken. Renew what is exhausted. Rehook. The next declaration speaks directly to provision and stability. God opens doors of provision with wisdom and timing. We ask for stable work, clarity of direction, and peace in decision-making. Rehook. What comes next seals this prayer with trust and gratitude. Even when answers take time, God remains faithful. His timing protects as much as it provides. Rehook. The final part will leave you grounded, hopeful, and ready to move forward. Take a breath. Let peace settle. God has heard this prayer. What has begun here will continue beyond this moment. Move forward with confidence. Doors are opening. Seasons are shifting. And God is faithful to complete what He has started. Final rehook. Stay connected, because your testimony is forming even now.